Hello, Angel and Brian. Here is your sewer scope from this morning's inspection. That's me in the utility room, just kind of showing you around. There's the access point into that main stack pipe. A little challenge to get that off, but we got it off and we're in. The word of the day is dirty. So right away, falling in, there's just a pile of debris and stuff down there. It's kind of covered over the lens. So I'll turn some water on and try to just rinse it off, whatever. Sometimes it's a bit of a challenge to clean off a camera lens with really, really dirty water. It gets any of the kind of solid particles off, but then tends to leave a film. We did pretty good. We've got decent visibility into the pipe. This is cast iron, so metal pipe. Typically in an older home, not that this is a terribly old home, but in an older home, we start to get corroded, bumpy. The other thing is with that coarseness, it tends to grab onto whatever's flowing through the pipe, other than liquids, obviously. So you can see on the bottom of the pipe, there's a fairly decent amount of buildup. The scaling around the side of the pipe is pretty good. I mean, it's not terrible at all. But just the buildup at the bottom is, I would say maybe a quarter of the diameter of the pipe is filled with, whether it's natural materials, cooking fat, bacon grease, any organic matter that's a solid that's potentially going to kind of coat the bottom of the pipe. It's not to the point where it's creating a terrible issue. You are holding water in a couple of places just because of some of the buildup, but I would say just for regular good home upkeep and maintenance, having the pipe cleaned I think would be an important step. And then once you get it clean, you're likely free and clear for the next 10, 12, even 15 years. It's not going to build up. My take is that this pipe hasn't been cleaned, if ever, in a really long time. Probably 20 plus years. That's just a guess, but just knowing the volume of buildup at the bottom, it's pretty extensive, and that doesn't happen overnight. We're going to make a turn into a new material that is PVC. So white polyvinyl chloride pipe. So you've got roughly 50 feet of cast iron. As I was doing this, I was thinking we're going to go cast iron all the way out and not make the change. But right at about 49 feet, we go and make that change. It's good. All your connections are good. You are going to be holding water, a little bit of water up ahead, but there's a mass of something that's holding onto the water, blocking it, damming it, whatever you want to think or say. I'll clear some of that out just by pushing the camera through. So here we go. So we're holding a little bit of water here. So you can see right on the left part of the screen, I'm trying to pull back. Yeah. So it could be debris from the pipe. It could be whatever loosened up as I was pulling the cap off or banging on that. But you'll see up ahead. A lot of that will get pushed out. And then on the return trip, I keep the camera rolling. So there's another mass of whatever, and that gets pushed out. And now you can see the water's flowing. What I was saying was on the trip back, the camera will stay rolling, and a lot of that water will have dissipated out of the pipe. So I'm assuming that this is the drop into the city connection. We'll see. We'll drop in. It looks like you've got water flowing from a couple of directions. One from the left, and then another draining down from this pipe. So again, I'm assuming that this is the drop into the city. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my guess. I'll drop in a little bit, but I'm completely underwater when I'm doing that. So I'll pull back and not go any further than this. Just just because again, I don't want to get stuck in there, or if it is underwater and if it's in the city main, then that's just a mess on the equipment. So we're going to leave it at that. And again, on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see water flowing across. Typically, when you meet the city, yeah, that's me in the pipe. So typically, you will meet the city connection either coming straight down from the top, or towards the top side of the pipe. So I'm thinking that that's what's going on right here. But all in all, I mean, read through my written report. The recommendation is going to be obvious: have the pipe cleaned. But I think then after that, you're good to go. So no defects or damages that I can see. Look through everything. Reach back out to me with any questions. I'm always happy to be a resource.